Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to get started with processing and Java. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to the processing.org website and click download, and then you'll choose the correct version for your computer, unzip and launch the file, and then pin it to your taskbar or dock for easy access. So I'm going to walk through these steps both on PC and Mac just so you can see how to quickly and easily download and start using processing. So let me start with PC. So I'm on my PC right now. I navigate to processing.org in my web browser, and then I click the big download button. And since I am on a PC, I'm going to choose Windows. Depending on your computer, you could also choose Mac or Linux. So I'm going to choose the Windows option, and you can see that it will download a zipped folder. Once it is finished downloading, I want to navigate to where that was downloaded to, and then right click and extract all, and then this will extract this zipped folder. Once it is finished extracting, you can see I now have an unzipped folder here, and I want to run the processing.exe, and this will stay in your downloads folder unless you move it. You could move this, you can move your whole folder if you wanted to, and if you want to put it somewhere easier to find, like on your desktop, for example. So we double click processing.exe, and once that opens up, we have this little welcome message. If you want to click on the get started, you can go and see some of the things that they want to tell you about processing for, and some of the getting started videos that they make about it. But if we just go ahead and close that, now we have this processing window open. You can also pin this to your taskbar, but it is a little bit strange for processing. When you right click, you don't get the pin option. So instead what you need to do is locate your processing.exe file that you downloaded and drag it to your taskbar, and now it is pinned to your taskbar. So now you can open it more easily and access it easily. Next, I'm going to show how to do these same steps using a Mac. I'm going to show you how to download and install processing if you're using a Mac. So if you just go to processing.org from your web browser and choose this big download button, then here in this box, you can see the different options for processing. If you're on a Mac, you have two choices. There's the Apple Silicon version and the Intel 64-bit version, and this is depending on which type of Mac you have. If you don't know, you can click on the Apple icon and click About This Mac, and it should tell you some things about your Mac. It should tell you the chip. And if it says an Apple chip here, then you want the Apple Silicon version. If it says an Intel chip here, then you want the Intel 64-bit version. So since mine says the Apple chip, I am going to choose this Apple Silicon version. And it will download into your downloads folder, and you can just unzip that. And it will automatically give you this processing file, which you can now run. Mine says processing 3 because this is the third time now that I've downloaded it on this computer. Yours will probably just say processing. If you don't want it in your downloads folder, you can drag this onto your desktop. Once you have opened it up, and we'll say open, you can now also pin this to your dock. You can say keep in dock, so it will stay on your dock down here so that you can open it easily. I hope this was helpful, and hopefully you now have processing installed and you're ready to start programming. All right, I'm back on my PC now just to show you around processing just a little bit. So this will be the same no matter if you're using a PC or a Mac. So within the processing window, there's a couple things that are useful to know. So under File, you can create a new sketch by clicking New. You can also open recent sketches. So if you have already made some, you can find them here. And if you open the sketchbook, it will open this little side pane here that has all of your sketches that you have worked on. So if you double click on one of these, it will open up that sketch. So if you want to just test out to make sure that your processing is running, you can, typically we start with the print hello world in programming to just make sure that everything we have set up is working correctly. So we are writing Java in this, in processing. So this is the syntax for writing hello world in Java. We have print, open parenthesis, quote, hello world, end quote, end parenthesis, and a semicolon. And then we just hit run. and we'll see Hello World appear down here in the console. Even though nothing else is happening, it is actually still running, so you can also hit stop to make it stop running. And whenever you're ready to save your work, if you just choose save, it is going to use this default sketch name. It starts with sketch and then it has a number. If you want to actually name your project, you can choose save as, and it will save in your processing folder, and I will call this Hello World, and then we'll save that, and you'll see it updates the name here. And if I now open my sketchbook, we can see Hello World appears in this list. Your list might be empty and it might only have Hello World in it at this point. So that's showing you around a little bit how to navigate through processing. And so now you are ready to go to get started programming with processing and Java.